Welcome everybody to another week of Sweet Talk with Swpea. Today we're going to have a couple of special guests coming in and having a chat with us. Martin's actually going to give some tips on how to do floating quilts, which we've used here in these children's quilts. So there's a farm one and we've got a dinosaur one. So this week's theme is going to be all about babies and young children designs that we have. So these are probably some of our favourite ones. Allison will be joining me later and we'll be going through our favourites. James is going to be back with the winners of last week's competition, plus exciting news on a very new competition we're going to have. Stay tuned.
Hey folks, thanks for tuning into this week's episode of Sweet Talk with Swpea, where my baby cousin Remi makes her star appearance on the show. For this episode, we are trialling a new competition to give all our wonderful viewers a chance to win a $20 gift voucher to use on our online store. To enter this amazing competition, you have to watch this whole episode till the end and find the 4 special hidden words that will be shown throughout the video at random times. The words will be related to that week's theme. This week, the theme is baby designs. Once you have found all 4 words, send an email to sweetpeacompetitions@gmail.com with your name and the 4 words. If you have all the 4 words correct, you'll be entered into a raffle which will be drawn out live on the next episode. We'll be choosing 3 winners each week. Make sure you get around this competition. It costs you no money and you could be in the running for a $20 gift voucher. And all you have to do is watch the whole episode of Sweet Talk. So tell a friend and let's have some fun. Well, that's it for me, but I'll be back at the end of the episode to announce last week's photo competition winners. So stay tuned.
So I'm joined today by Alyssa. She's my daughter and she's also our main sew tester here at Swpea. Alyssa started with us back in 2016 and she's made a lot of these quilts that you can see behind and baby toys. She's also been busy making something else.
I made a baby.
This is my new granddaughter, Remi. And she's modelling a few things today for us. She's got our petal hat on.
Very cute.
Which was we got the idea from little flower babies, or gumnut babies as we call them here in Australia. So it's got like the little leaves on the top and the petals. And she's playing with Sienna, who is our little stuffed horse.
You hold it?
So this is ours. I wouldn't give this one to Remi to play with normally because it's got buttons on it.
Yeah.
But you can just stitch these.
Sew them on without the buttons.
Yeah. Did you make Sienna, Alyssa?
Yes, I did make Sienna.
Yeah. And we've got Evan the elephant. What about that one, Remi?
Did I keep
that one? So these can be all made in multiple sizes. Okay. These ones were made in the 6x10 hoop, Alyssa?
I think so, yeah.
Yeah. We have the finished sizes on the website, so if you want to see how big the finished animal would be, the little toy. So that's Sienna. This is Evan the elephant. Sienna was actually on the cover of a magazine in America, Designs in Machine Embroidery.
And you can turn her into a unicorn, can't you?
Yeah, you can. She has wings.
Yeah.
What else have we got? We've got a little baby
baby block,
yes, with all different activities like tactile things on it. Hey, listen, her little bows come undone.
Nobody?
You like to play with all of them, Remi?
There you go.
So Remi's nearly 5 months old, Alyssa?
She's 5 months old on Friday.
So you'll get to see how big these toys are with her against her. We've also got some little bibs. So this one can only be made in the 5x7 hoop, this one. And it's got 2 panels there, so that's the 2 hoopings.
I'll take that one.
They're cute because they've got the padding in them from the batting.
She wants this again.
Just too many things here, Remi. Okay? So there's that one.
And that fits her well.
Yeah, that's elephant and balloon bib. We've also got the elephant and balloon quilt.
Oh, that she's sitting on.
So it's a set. No, it's not. They're 2 separate things, but they're made to go together. Did you make this one, Alyssa, or did Cassie?
No, I made that one, yeah.
Yeah. So that would have been made in a 6x10 hoop.
I can't remember, actually.
It
was a very long time ago.
Alyssa's been on maternity leave, so she's only just come back and she's starting
Still
to
have baby brain.
working part-time with us. They can be made in the 4x4, 5x5, 6x6 and 7x7 hoops, and you get the instructions how to put it all together as a quilt or with the binding and the sashing, but you can also use these blocks for any other
Yeah, you
project,
could probably
wouldn't you?
actually like make blocks like this.
You
with
could, yes. This would have been good for Easter, Remi. It's a little bunny hat.
It fits her head. She has
No pins in it. I'll
She has
just
a-
check.
she has a big head. Oh, there we go.
Remi, you do have a big head, Remi. The finished dimensions are on the website, so you can check to see what size you would need. We have little baby neck pillows. That was made.
That'd
it's
be
only,
good for a newborn. Probably.
yeah. So this is made in the 7x12 hoop only.
And that would actually be good to sit in a pram or
Would you be able to put that behind her in a car seat? Maybe, I don't know.
maybe not in a car seat, but in a pram you could.
Yeah. So that's cute. We've got, oh, this is, I thought she might like this one. Oh, Grandma made you this one. This is the
So
bunny
Remi.
stuffy. Remi likes this one because she likes to suck the ears. So, of course, I pre-washed all the fabrics and everything first. But I think what they like, the babies, is the dark eyes and the facial expressions
You
on
like the
them.
bunny, don't you?
And she likes the fact that she can just grab the ear and play with it. But she's not going to do that now.
She wants this block.
That's fun. And there's, what have we got? We've got lots of other things. We're going to talk about them with Allison later on, but we just thought we'd bring Alyssa on. Oh, there's actually this I Spy quilt, Alyssa.
Oh, do you want me to bring that over?
Yeah. Remi,
Look, you can lift up
this
all
is a
the
fun little
flaps.
activity for little ones. Under
Nappy?
each block with the little folds, and they were all the folds are put on in the hoop, aren't they,
Mm.
Alyssa?
Yeah.
So there's little penguins, bears, rabbits, trucks. So as she gets older, it'll help her learn her little animals and things.
Tummy time.
On tummy time, she can play with all the little flaps. So anyway, so we've got lots of things to show you. We'll, Allison and I will come back later, and we'll go through some older designs. So thank you for calling in, Alyssa.
That's all right.
Thank you, Remi.
Thanks, Remi.
You want to go and play with your bunny?
Hi folks, we're going to have a wee look at what we do with our floating quilts. So our floating quilts that we have, which in our kiddies range, we've got dinosaurs and we've got a farmyard, we've also got an undersea with mermaids, etc. What we do is we actually create our background first by joining a whole lot of strips randomly. You can colour block them, or they can be totally random, or you can set up scenes, or you can use an ombre back which doesn't have any seams in it. All it's up to you. But what we suggest is that you make your background, and then within the files that we provide, we actually provide some templates. So these are PDFs which we print out, and you need to print them out at 100%. Make sure that they're not a print to fit. It needs to be 100% or exact size or actual, so as that when you've printed this, it actually matches the size of the actual embroidery. So when we actually cut them down, and they are the actual size for the embroidery. So what we suggest you do is you lay your background down, and then lay out your templates however you want them. Well, we've got a cat sitting on top of the fence there. We could have the donkey sitting on top of the fence. But whatever, and so wherever they will end up being, this will give you an idea of actually how to actually lay them out. You can follow us, or you can do your own thing. You might have a story involved where you've got several of one animal, so that's fine. So we give you a template for all the different elements that you see within the quilt. So let's move on from there and show you exactly how we actually work with the template. So I've just made up a quick just a rough back, so it's not even pieced. It's just, this is my background, and I might decide that I want to have some animals in such a position. They're not straight, they might be angled, and so we lay out our design. And with a template, you can you can stick it to a grid which fits inside your hoop. Now, because our background is just fabric and batting or wadding, we would need to put something behind that to embroider it. So let's start off and see where our positioning is going to be. So we want to grab that for the time being. So I'm going to substitute this for this. And so I need to find out where my crosshair is. So on a template we have a crosshair, and we actually have an arrow, and the arrow tip is generally what points to the top of the hoop. Okay, so it's what points to the top of the hoop. So I've stuck my template onto here, and I've matched my crosshairs with the crosshair of my grid, and I now need to find out where my crosshair is to actually line it up with my design. So we can either mark on our actual fabric. Okay, so I've got some marks there. And that will give us, so let me just check to see where my marks are. Because that didn't come through because I have got some sticky tape behind it. So there is my crosshair where my design will sit. So I have a crosshair and a crosshair. So we need to actually make sure that that is our positioning, so as that we know where our design is going to go. So on our actual hoop, we want to put some stabilizer into our hoop, and we want to do the same thing. We want to make sure our arrow is pointing to the top of the hoop. So this kitty cat's actually going to go in sideways. So we'll just mark where our hoop is going to be, and I will then mark my grid. So I can see that my grid, that grid is going to match my grid on my fabric. So what I'm going to do now is just check to see where that's where my kitty cat's going to be. So it needs to be sitting like so. So this grid needs to sit on top of this grid here. So I need to make sure that my grids are aligned. Then once that's in position, you can pin it so it doesn't move, just through the stabilizer, and then put it into the machine really gently without it moving. And for you to check, you can check once it's in the machine, you can just check to make sure that nothing's moved. If it's slightly out, it really doesn't matter. If it's just a squidge out, it doesn't really matter if it's slightly out. So so I've got this here so as that my design is going to be on those crosshairs. I know where my arrow is for the top of my hoop, and so then we can now do our design, stitch it out through all layers, and we have a layer of stabilizer on the back, which can be either cut away, left in, torn away. You might even want to use wash away, which I don't think is necessary, but then when the quilt is finished, we stitch in the ditch in odd places, and sometimes we might stitch around things, etc., to hold the backing on, and then we bind. So it's a fun way of doing a quilt with different elements. It's a fun way of creating a story for your littlies, and we really enjoy making these. They've been very popular. So have a go. This is a very old technique using templates, but you know what, it still works. Still works with all brands of machines, even though there's technology which is for alignment on all the brands. All the top models have all this technology, but nothing beats a template in a hoop.
So we're here with Allison Allison now, and we're going to, Allison and I want to just go through some of our favourite baby and young children kind of designs that we've got. So this is only a handful of them, Allison, but these probably are our favourites.
Yeah.
So this one is
I love
the
that one.
Owl Flowers block and quilt.
I think this is an Emma
Yeah,
design.
yeah. So we love owls.
And we've made it in a combination of blocks that match perfectly. So like the width of that plus this one equals the length of that block.
So they can be moved around, can't they?
So you can do them in any sort of order you like. If you want
Yeah.
more flowers, you could have them. If you want less flowers, you don't even have to do
No.
those blocks.
And the blocks, because they're all the standard size for the hoops, of course, this block, for example, these were all done in a 6x10, but this block you could use for the front of a pencil case or a purse or
that would
a
be
child's
cute.
backpack or something. So you can intermatch like all of the blocks. from
Actually,
one
we've tried
design another.
to do this like as a set, so for a complete nursery, because a lot of people like to have a theme. So you could even use those blocks as a cot bumper
That's right, you
or
could.
something like
Yeah,
that, because
yeah.
we've got the bunting.
So this is the matching bunting. So it's got the same sort of little images out of the little characters out of the main quilt.
I should hold that up, actually.
So the bunting can be made just in the 5x7. So that's the only size that one comes in. And this one comes in all the 5x7, 6x10 and 7x12.
Yeah, you could make a diaper bag or something.
Yeah, and then there's a
Diaper
little,
bag.
we call that a taggy toy with all the little tags.
And you can get
hanging
as
down.
adventurous as you like. We've just put those in, but you can put whatever
Yeah.
you like in there. Actually, you can buy the bells or rattle
Yeah.
or squeezy things to go inside
Yeah.
them too.
And if we just,
That'd be fun.
when, I think Alyssa made this one, when she sewed this one up, we were trying to get away from the normal baby pinks and blues and
Yeah.
stuff, and that's why we've gone for these kind of foresty colours,
I
I
love
guess
it.
you'd call them, but you could make it in pinks or blues depending on what you wanted to do for your
Yeah.
baby. So it
And
would
as
look
with all
completely
our
different.
products on the website, we have photos there. We'll have our product photos and then we have customer
Yeah,
photos
it's
as
good
well.
for
So
ideas.
there's some different versions of this there.
I actually haven't seen too many of these being made. I'd
I
love
think
to
there's
see
a
more.
couple there,
Yeah.
That's
really
posts,
cute.
Please, on the Facebook group if you've made.
Yeah, well, it helps other people, doesn't it? Because
does.
it gives them inspiration.
Yep.
So this is a gorgeous little one. This is called our Sweet Dreams Baby Quilt, and it can be done in the 4x4, 5x5, 6x6 and 7x7 box.
Yeah. We've tried to use some different fabrics and textures and stuff, so
Yeah.
a child
Yeah.
would enjoy.
So you can't kind of see them in the photos, but there's kind of like a minky feel, and then we've got a glitter felt.
Yeah.
And then that's kind of more of a velour-y sort of a thing, isn't
That's
it?
like, well, it's like pinky. Or,
Yeah. That's gorgeous, and it has a matching wall hanging. I'll just reach and get it. Not a wall hanging, sorry. It's a mobile. Yeah. So they're cute, and they've been done too. The little moons have got little faces,
They're
and they've
actually-
got the.
We've made them to
the
match
glitter.
to the
Yeah.
fabric we've made in here. So
Yeah. And we've just tied that up with wool, so different coloured pastel wool.
that's a chenille wool that
Yeah.
we've used around a hoop,
Yeah.
actually an embroidery hoop up there.
Yeah. Very clever.
Yes.
So that's that
And
one. Sweet Dreams mobile, and then
This
this
is our
beautiful one,
panda.
another non-pink or blue sort of one. This is called the panda quilt. So Allison names all the designs, and she's very inventive with her designs, but it actually helps really, because if
Actually,
What
Emma and
colour?
Sylvana are naming their designs now too, which
Yeah.
is good. So, yeah, because I get in a bit of trouble if I say this is the flower quilt and then I do another quilt with flowers. Well, what's this one going to be called? But
but this is a gorgeous
we
one.
keep it simple because it makes them easier to
Yeah.
find.
So this
Yeah.
can be done in 5x5, 6x6 or 7x7.
And I want to show you the panda. It's got a ragged satin stitch all around the edge,
That's gorgeous because
It makes it look like fur.
Yeah.
and he's really gorgeous. He actually matches our little birth pillow there, where you can embroider the person's
Yeah.
name and that on the block.
And with
So
this
you've
one,
got-
they've got it's clever with the two different blocks matching. So you've got the
Yeah.
the head on one block, and then his hanging feet on the other block.
He's
So,
so cute, he's so
very
funny.
cute.
Look at-
But once again, you could do that in any sort
Actually,
of colour.
we've used a beautiful Riley Blake
Yeah, that's right.
panda fabric from her range, but you don't have to do that, but it looks really nice.
It does.
Ooh.
That's a favourite.
Okay.
And this is an old.
Will we stay on quilts?
Yes. So the oldie but the goodie.
Oldie but a goodie. Oh, this is our dinosaurs.
I was going to get everyone to guess what you would call this one.
Oh,
I was going
What do
to
you
say,
think
guess
this
what
one's
Allison
called?
named this quilt? It's a dinosaur quilt, and this can be made in 5x7, 6x10 or 8x12, so they're rectangular blocks. And once again, if you were doing a dinosaur theme for your kids' room, you could put that on cushions or bumpers or curtains or anything.
Yep.
Actually, I've seen some of our customers have put them on just the applique onto t-shirts and things.
Yep.
And once again, you can do it all in different colours, go as crazy, as wacky as you like. I don't actually know how many dinosaurs there are, but there's quite a few.
So
different
that's
styles.
the same, but when you
Yeah.
do them in a different colour,
Colour,
they look different. Yeah.
Yeah, so that's cute.
All right.
That one. That's an oldie but a goodie.
It is, isn't it? I think we've remade it recently to redo the instructions.
Yeah, because
which
of
we
our
do
older
from time to time.
instructions we wanted to all have the same format, so we're going through.
Which is
older
funny
ones.
because even the old instructions that we think are bad now,
Mm.
we were famous then for having great instructions.
Yeah.
So we've even improved on that over time.
Yeah.
So that's really
So
cute.
I can't remember the name of this one. It's got a weird name. It's lost its tag.
I think it's the elephant and sheep wall
Yeah.
hanging.
Yes, the elephant and sheep.
Okay, it's easy.
But again, on the website, there's a search bar, and if you're interested in elephants or sheep, you just type in sheep or elephants, and that'll come up.
Yeah.
Baby or wall hangings.
Yeah.
So that can be customised depending on the gender of the child or not, or
Yep.
whatever colour you want to make it. This is probably one of our all-time
I've seen hundreds and hundreds of
our
these
all-time baby design, the nursery birth announcement. So that can be done in 6x10, and that's the size this one was made in, 7x12 or 8x12. So it actually takes a bit of time to do this one
I think
because
this
of
is
all
7x12.
the little bits of 7x12.
Oh no, you're right. It's 6
All the little pieces of applique. But it's worth it. Like you do, like even the mattress, and then you do the
Yeah.
embroidery for the side of the cot.
If you know the baby well, like you can make the room look like the baby's room
Yeah,
and everything.
yeah.
So and you can add your own text here.
Yeah, and the weight's there. Yeah, so that's really gorgeous. So yeah, so if you pop onto our website and look up the nursery birth announcement design, you'll see not hundreds, dozens of photos.
One of our customers sells
Yeah, Jackie. Shout out to Jackie who's made all of these. I hope you're
heaps and heaps of them.
going okay, Jackie.
Yeah.
We think about you often. So there's that one.
Yep.
This is an older design too, and she's a favourite one. I was going to show Remi before, but Remi's now left to go and have a nap. So this is our sleepy doll. So the concept behind
Another
this is
original name.
it's a little. She goes like this, but she's kind of.
She's wearing her dress.
So she's awake there, and she's got her little daytime bow on.
Yeah.
And then when it's time for bed, she changes into her nightgown with her little nightcap on
and
at the
she
top,
goes to sleep.
and her eyes are shut.
And it's
So you
a
can-
good way to encourage your child to go to sleep
That's right.
at night. You say, here's your dolly, have a little cuddle, and
Yeah.
now it's time for you both to go to sleep.
Soft and just easy for a little child. So that's another great design.
You can make the skirt however you like, because actually it comes off.
Yeah. She is a little
So-
bit freaky, I noticed, Allison, when you take the skirt off.
Oh.
She's like some sort of weird crabby, you think.
I feel sad now.
But that's how she looks.
No wonder she looks a bit hippie.
Yes. But that's a fun.
We'll dress her later.
And you can actually have lots of little outfits made for her, you know, like lots of little clothes.
Yeah,
You know,
good.
how when we were little,
Yeah.
we had dress-up clothes for our dolls.
Yep.
We used to make them. Remember, we used to try making Barbie clothes.
Yep. Well, we did make Barbie clothes, but we never did any hems or
No,
the seams weren't
everything was
finished.
frayed.
They were lovely.
That's what I mean when I
That was
said
my
try.
favourite thing about dolls, actually.
Making clothes for
And
them.
giving them haircuts. But
Yeah.
that only lasts for a certain
Yeah.
number of times.
Well, it used to be to get the Barbie that you could pull the hair out at the top, I think.
I
wasn't
had
it?
that, I think.
Yeah. And you just kept cutting it.
Yeah.
Anyway, what else have we got? Oh, this one, we have to show you this.
Yeah, he's so cute.
Our love bear.
Dare you not to fall in love with him.
Yeah. And again, we've seen so many of him made. When I can still remember the day we first stitched his face out in the hoop,
Yeah.
and it just came alive. Like
So-
the expression on his face.
So a lot of our stuff, animals and toys, you make the arms and legs separately and you join them in while they're in the hoop. But this one, the body's made in the hoop and then we make the arms and everything separately.
Yeah.
And then you just use a strong yarn and put your needle and go right through the body and out the other side and just keep going back and
I've
forth.
found when I've been doing them, Allison, I've bought myself a big long dull needle.
Yeah.
They're very dangerous because you wouldn't want to stab yourself with one of them, but they're so easy because you can get one
It gets
side
right
to the
through.
other. Yeah.
We've put buttons on ours because it looks nice, but if you're selling them at a market or anything, I think
Or
you're
give them
actually
to a
not
young
allowed to
child.
put a
No.
button on, or if they're for a baby or something, because they can.
You could get the same
Actually
effect
take
by
that off.
stitching some, like doing a nice bit of embroidery on it and stitching it to the body. You don't have to.
No,
The
and if
buttons
you're
are just
using
there
fur,
for-
you won't see the stitches
No.
going back and forth. And that reminds me of Holly actually put a button up her nose when she was little. Do you know that? I think she was about 5.
Vaguely, yeah.
Button right up. Had to take her to the doctor to get that out. So.
Yeah. So the buttons don't
Yeah,
do anything. They're just there for visual, aren't they?
Yep.
So we
All
feel
right.
like we've just done an episode. In Australia, we've got a children's show that we grew up with that's still
Yeah.
on called Play School, and I actually feel like we've done an episode called
I think
Play
they used
School.
to have a little glass of milk, so we should have had a little glass of milk. All
So
right.
we've had a lot of fun this week. I hope you have too. See you next time.
Bye.
So we've got Remi here with the, she's got her nappy bag. So Alyssa takes us out on trips when you go out with it, don't you, Alyssa?
And many pockets to put all of our things in.
So each panel has a pocket in this one. Oh, the back panel doesn't, but you could repeat, make the 6 panels with the zippers
Yeah.
and have a zipper in each pocket. So as a new mum, like most of her bag just gets full of
Nappies.
everything and you're digging around, but you
There's
have
a lot
your
of
things
space.
that you need in the pockets, and then you can even put one of your hanging toys on there.
Yeah. You could put a zipper in the middle so you can
Oh, yes.
close it shut.
We actually have on our blog a article on how to put a
you want
zipper
that
in the lining of a bag, a tote bag, so you could do that. We haven't even closed it. Alyssa just likes to be able to get in and pull things out, don't you,
Yeah.
Alyssa? That's probably handy to have in the car.
Yeah.
So that's another good one. We've actually used our mesh in this, which is quite pliable, so it's nice and soft. And you can use the mesh in all the pockets if you want to. We've got applique embroidery on that fabric pocket, but you could put that on it as well.
Yeah.
So, oh, there she goes, putting something else in here.
Hello, I'm back again. If you're still watching this episode, you're a legend and it's greatly appreciated. It is finally time to announce last week's photo competition winners. As always, super hard to narrow down to just 3 winners because all your projects are so beautiful. But let's get into it. The first lady I've got here is Barbara Lagerquist, and sorry if I didn't pronounce your name right, with this amazing flower quilt. It is by far one of the best versions of it I have seen. I was lucky enough to make this quilt myself and I quite enjoyed it. Well done, Barbara. Enjoy your $20 gift voucher. The next flower design I chose is from Jeanette Wadshorn. She made the spring runner and she made it well. Congratulations, Jeanette. Enjoy your well-deserved prize. The last photo was sent in by Vicky Faulkner. It is this bright and fun Hawaiian leaf beach bag. Awesome work, Vicky. I love it. Enjoy your prizes, ladies. That's all from us this week. If you enjoyed this video, make sure you give it a like or a comment. And if you haven't pressed that subscribe button under the video yet, go ahead and do so now. Give it a click for Remi. Come on, do it. You can't say no to that little face. Thanks and goodbye. I'll see you next time.